First story I have is not a good one at all. This is from Reason, CJ Caramella, I believe is how you say his last name. Arkansas cop shoots family dog after going to wrong address. And yes, it's about as horrible as it sounds, or maybe even worse. This is a statement from the owner of the dog. My daughter was coming to the door and said somebody was in the driveway. Just a blue pickup unmarked. Before I even went around the corner here, I heard a shot, and the officer had shot my dog right here in the yard for barking at him. My girlfriend watched it out the window. The dog was not attacking him. The dog was barking in my yard on my on private property. So this is pretty horrific, just to start with that, you have a cop go to somebody's house for whatever reason and just shoots the dog. I mean, even if the guy inside is like cooking meth or something like that, unless you have like no other choice, I don't think officers should just be shooting rounds at dogs who are innocent animals. And even in the case where the dog is maybe a trained attack dog or something like that, you gotta try not to shoot the dog. But it sounds like this guy hopped out of his vehicle at what he thought was the right house. It wasn't, and just shot around into the dog. It seems like if you watch the video, I don't think you actually see the shot on the video from what I could tell. So the story may change a little bit. The police release a body camera or something like that. But the officer is back by his truck, and the body of the dog is well over 25 feet away. I mean, it seems like it would be easier for the officer just to hop back into his car. Well, it ends up being even worse because they went to the wrong address. And so here you have the case where it's not even people who were doing anything wrong, as well as the innocent dog that's the victim here. But this innocent little girl saw her dog murdered. I mean, I don't know. I have a little puppy, and I don't know what I would do. One of the things I'm always surprised about when these stories happen is that like the cop never, anybody doesn't go after the cop, or the cops end up having to kill a guy too because he tries to take a shot at the cops or something like that. Because I mean, I imagine that a lot of people, their dogs are like, real member of their family, part of their children, and to see it just murdered for absolutely no reason has to be one of the most infuriating things that could happen. And this isn't a rare occurrence. If you're watching the video here, you'll see that Reason actually has a like category of news story called Puppy Side. Talk about just the widespread and rampant cases of cops killing dogs. It's really just unbelievable how frequently it happens. And a lot of times, cops are able to shoot multiple dogs and never really run afoul of any of the rules of their department or anything like that. And so, you could imagine if these cops are heartless enough to shoot an innocent creature, like a dog that's really not threatening them, when it's a person. And like, well, I think a human life is definitely worth more than a dog's life in pretty much every circumstance. um like, we gotta be honest here that a lot of the times a dog is a completely innocent creature, and humans are flawed beings, and have intentionally committed acts to harm others and stuff like that, or are doing things that are obviously reckless, and could kill a cop or something like that. And so whenever the cop then has an opportunity to shoot someone in that situation, I had to imagine these itchy trigger finger guys put down a lot of people that way. So really disturbing to me when a cop shoots a dog, not just because of the dead innocent animal, but what this I think means for the psychology of police officers and stuff like that. In this particular police department, last January, the article notes, a Faulkner County Sheriff's deputy was fired and charged with animal cruelty, I believe, after he shot a small dog because the owner refused to walk outside to talk to him. And then the deputy was fired, but the police department said, or the sheriff's office in this case, said that it did not appear to violate any of their actual rules. And so, I guess it's horrific enough that you don't want to, work with somebody who shoots. And I don't actually believe he killed this dog. but did shoot it, which was, not in any way harming him, was enough to get them to remove them. Sometimes this ends up being responsible, going on taxpayers financially. There's a case that a Reason documented in St. Louis last year where the county, I believe it was the county, not the city, paid out $775,000 to a woman whose dog was shot during a no-not SWAT raid over an unpaid gas bill. If you could ever imagine that you're somebody so poor that you can't pay your gas bill, and then the cops kick down down your door and shoot your dog. It's just really terrible what happens. The last thing I'll point out here from the story that said that the Justice Department official speculated in a 2012 interview with Police Magazine that the number of dogs killed by police every year could be as high as 10,000, calling it an epidemic. But they don't actually know what the numbers are, and it's a guess because nobody actually keeps track of it. Because that would mean reporting bad things about police officers. All right, everybody. With that, really sad news to start off today's show, take a quick moment to thank the sponsor of the show, which is Paloma Verde. At Paloma Verde, they sell great CBD products that are, accurately dosed and everything like that. You know what you're getting. They have lab results. They did they do their products the right way over there, and they work great. One of the really tough things about doing the work that I do and reading about puppy sides all the time is sometimes it gets you down, and the CBD occasionally will help to take the edge off just a little bit. With some of the more disturbing stories like the puppy side stuff. So yeah, check out their products over at Paloma Verde. They have gel capsules, extracts, gummies, even stuff for your dog. I might look into giving my dog some CBD. Who knows? Anyways, yeah, check out their products. If you spend $75 or more, you can get 25% off by using the code PEACE, PEACE, at checkout. And really, if you're somebody who uses CBD, think about giving Carlos and his wife Vanessa your business. They're great people and libertarians, and you're supporting a great cause when you help to support their business. So, with that, let's get back to the episode.